Welcome to my channel. For those who don't know me, name is Amber. And for those who've been to my channel before, welcome back. So, as you can see, I'm not in such a happy mood. I've had a long weekend, which actually brings me to the topic for today. Keep in mind, it's not easy to talk about. Like, it's something that it really bothers me, and I feel like it's something that I want to talk about. So, as you can probably see from the title, yes, the topic is actually about abusive relationships. So, let's move on. Okay, so basically, I'm not going to get into details or anything like that. I'm just going to pretty much talk about how I feel and how it made me feel and how it makes me feel to this day. So basically, I witnessed some, I'll say, emotional and verbal abuse from a friend and her partner. And I will have to say it's shocking. I mean, you're used to seeing it on movies, on TV, and you really never think that it's something you would actually witness firsthand, but I did. And honestly, even though I'm not the person, the victim in the situation, it's tough. Like, it hurts. Like, it takes a toll, because you want to be able to help, but in reality, there's only so much you can do. And for me, it makes me angry. I will say that. Not just angry, but sad, to know that there are people out there that are like that. That's what this world has become, and for it to come from somebody who vowed to protect you and to love you and who's supposed to be there for you and like to just take care of you and treat you like the human being and treat you in a rightful manner, and to see it play out how it did, it's like really, like, is that what it is? Like, I mean, I get it. Like, no marriage, no relationship is perfect. I know that. I'm not married to have to know that, but there's just things you don't do and you don't say at all. And of course, especially when it comes to relationships or other people's relationships and marriages, it can be a sticky type of situation. You just, when you hear things, you just don't know how they're going to react bringing it up. But I feel like it's important to talk about, bring it up, speak your mind. If you witness it or hear it, talk about it. Let that person know how you feel and how it makes you feel. I personally never thought that it would have a big impact on me like it is now, but honestly, like, all it is just playing in my mind over and over again. It's like I can't shake it, and it definitely makes you see that person in a different light, and it's alarming and it's very concerning. But for me, there's only so much I can do. When I heard it, of course, I spoke up about it. We talked, and I told her how I felt about it and about the situation, and that's all I can really do. As much as I wish I can do more, I can't, because at the end of the day, it's not my relationship and it's not my marriage. But I will say this: nobody in this world deserves to be treated in any kind of way other than in the right way, in a respectful way. You know, everybody deserves to be happy and have a happy relationship. And to me, I feel like if that person can't give that to you, because I'm gonna just be honest, love is an action, but I also am a firm believer that feeling like you have control over somebody or power over somebody, or feel like you can talk to somebody any kind of way, in a disrespectful, degrading way that makes them feel worthless and nothing, then you don't deserve them, you know? And nobody in this world deserves that, especially by somebody that they say they love. Because that's not love. It's not. You know, just witnessing it, I just never thought it would be so hard, you know. But at the end of the day, the only thing that I can do is just really talk to that person and let them know that they deserve better. Absolutely 1000% deserve better, you know. And how they take it, or if they decide to take it and run with it, that has to be their decision on what they want to do. And that's just basically where it's at, you know. But like I said, abuse is abuse. No matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you swing it, abuse is abuse. There's all kinds of abuse out there, and I'll also, later on down the video, I'll also post some information about it. To me, there's just no justification, no excuse, nothing for it. And I know when you're in love, I'm sure there's some people out there who are in love, you know, I call it blind love. You know, when you're in a relationship or whatever situation like that, because it's like you may have been with that person for so long, you know, and they're showing you what they want you to see, and you have to them, maybe they feel like they have no choice but to believe it. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't experienced it. I just witnessed it. And to me, it's frustrating for me, and my point, you know, witnessing the whole situation, you know, and talking to that person. It's frustrating for me because I get that person, she loves her partner, you know, and they've been together for so long, but I guess in my mindset, I see it as that person does not love you. Because if that person loved you, they wouldn't have said the things that they said, and so freely, and not care about your feelings and how you feel about it. You know, not only do they not respect you, but they just don't care, and that's not love to me. And to hear her kind of defend the situation, it seems like she's defending him too, and that's just in my opinion, basically saying like it's okay, like it's, you know, it's okay, you know, saying how, you know, every, you know, couple fights and this, and I get it. I know everybody has their fights and arguments, but it's just a way to go about it. You know, we all know we all are humans, we all have feelings, and there's just lines you just don't cross. And to me, it made me see that person a whole different type of light now, to see that that person is a legit emotional and verbal abuser. And to me, it's not okay at all. It made me feel uncomfortable, and I'm not even in that relationship at all. You know, I guess just having to see that, it really shocked me. Like, it was unexpected. So I'm not gonna go into further details, but I had to really share my experience when it comes to that, you know, because I feel like there's people out there in this world, and I'm talking to whoever you are out there, you know, I'm sorry. I am. Just know you don't deserve that. If you're in that type of situation, you don't deserve it. You deserve better. And, you know, there's someone for everyone. And just know that that person you're with, if they're not treating you the way you deserve, as hard as it may be, you have to learn to walk away. And I say that for your sake and for your life. You know, I don't know. I'm still like trying to understand and process that whole situation. I just don't know how. I don't know. But again, just know that you guys deserve better out there. You deserve better. And that person, she deserves better. Way better. You know, to me, I feel like it's a problem for me because not only did I see it or hear it, witness it, but it's the fact that that person thought it was okay. This one was crazy, you know. I just want to let you guys know there was no physical altercation. Just in case anyone thinks there was no physical altercation whatsoever. Okay? They were words, but at the same time, words hurt and words stick. So that's why we always say we got to be careful what we say. But I am a firm believer that if you can do it once, you can do it again. You know? And it's just, it's nuts. Like, I don't know. There's just no words to really explain it. So, you know, all I could do was just let her know how I felt about the situation. And, you know, I'm assuming she hears me and understands because you know, this isn't the first time she's heard how the feelings towards the situation. I'm hoping she heard me and she decides to do what's best for her. But other than that, there's nothing more I can do personally about it. Because like I said, that's not my relationship. So all I can do is just pray for her and just hope that she does the right thing. The next thing I do want to talk about is statistics in regards to this. I was doing my research and it states that at least 35% of women ended up involved in emotional and verbal abuse. And that's sad. It's sad. Like, it's scary to think about. You know, when it comes to relationships and marriages, and 29% of them, of the women, unfortunately end up, the emotional and verbal part aspect turns into physical abuse. And it's sad, you know, and just please understand there's not just one type of abuse. Physical abuse is not just the only type of abuse. There's all kinds of types of abuses. And again, I'll post some more information up about on the video. But, you know, I think for me, I feel like any type of abuse should not be ignored, period. You know, it needs to be talked about. It needs to be addressed immediately. Because you just don't know, you know, once you've seen it or once you've heard it or once you know, it's something that sticks into your mind. And it's like, that's when that constant worry, you know, jumps in. Like, you worry about that person. Like, are they going to be okay? You know, and all these other types of questions in your mind just rolling through your mind. And it's not okay. It's not. And so I just feel like nowadays that, you know, some people turn their cheek on it. And it's just, you shouldn't. It's verbal, emotional abuse and all these other abuses are just as important as physical abuse. It is. And if anything, those lead can lead to physical abuse, you know, and nobody should feel, we're all made equally. No one should feel like they are more empowered or feel like they should have control over anybody, you know, because no, we don't own each other. We are our own person, you know, and I just don't, I just don't understand it. I don't, you know, and like I said, I can't sit here and say that I know what victims out there are going through, but just seeing it, I just can't even imagine. You understand it? I don't. You know, and like I said, I can't sit here and say that I know what victims out there are going through, but just seeing it, I just can't even imagine, you know, feeling helpless and worthless and feeling like you have to be in it. You know, you have to stay with that person because you love them so much or you've been with them for so long. Sorry, it's just been a crazy few days, but whew, you know, I don't know, like I'm still in shock and I'm still surprised. And I guess that plays into, you really never know somebody until you've been around them for a bit. And in a way, I feel like everything happens for a reason. So in a way, I feel like it was a good thing that I was around them at the time, because I now know the type of person her partner is, you know. But then it's also sad because nobody wants to witness that. Nobody wants to witness somebody getting torn down, or belittled, or take all the criticism and the judgment and the just it's disgusting to me. Like I mean, it's to me, it's inhumane. Like, if somebody truly loves you or cares about you, they're gonna protect you. They're gonna care. They're gonna make sure you're treated like the king and queen that you are. You know, things will get hard, but you want to be with somebody who's gonna be there, who you can go to and talk to, who you both can work things out with, not be with somebody who tears you down just because things may get hard. And I just, honestly, I wish I could say some of the things that I heard, but I can't do it. Because for one, it just makes me even more upset and sad and angry. But like I said, all I can say about it is that no one deserves messed up treatment like that. You know? The other thing is I want to talk about is help and well, mainly warning signs. For me, I picked up the warning signs quick. But and I'll post the warning signs on there also. But just especially for people on the outside looking in, because let's just be honest, when you're dealing with somebody who's been with someone for so long, they pretty much most likely have that blind love where they're blinded to anything bad. They don't believe anything can happen. No, they don't believe that their partner will ever hurt them or tear them down or anything like that. So it's good to have people on the outside looking in, because they are able to see everything from good to bad. And I want to tell you, people out there who have loved ones or friends who are going through this, who are in these situations, don't give up on them. You know, if you see any type of red flags, just immediately say something, speak up. That is so important. Try not to get emotional, but speak up, you know, because they need to know. They need to hear. As much as they may not want to, they need to hear it. They need to know what's going on, you know, and maybe it'll convince them to finally take those lines off and see the relationship for what it really is. See that person for who they really are before it's too late. You know, we don't want things to get so bad to where we can lose that person. You know, don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the red flags. It doesn't matter if you hear, even if you hear something hurtful that shouldn't be said, say something. Pull that person aside and talk to them like I did. You know, and to me, there are, I want to say, 3 types of people in this world when it comes to abusive relationships and, you know, letting them know what's going on. One is you got those type that hopefully, luckily, when you talk to them, they listen and they are willing to see what's going on. Other one is you talk to them and they just refuse to listen. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear anything you have to say because in their mind, their partner or their spouse can't do anything wrong and won't do anything wrong to harm them, because in their mind, they seen what that partner has only shown them. They know that partner can't hurt them, won't hurt them, anything like that. Or the other one is you tell them, you talk to them, and they could already know what's going on, but is in denial about it. You know, and I hate to say it, I think those are probably the worst ones, the ones that know what's going on and have known what's going on, but just don't want to really do anything. And again, I'm not blaming the victims. Don't take that wrong. That's not what I'm doing. No victim is to blame for anything. No one deserves any type of abuse. I don't care what it is. You know, and that's why it's so important for people on the outside looking in to speak up. You are their ears and their eyes. You know, so we have that duty and responsibility to step up and say something, even if they don't want to hear it. And you got to keep telling them, keep explaining it to them. Continue to let them know until they finally agree to wanting to hear and listen. You know, we're not doing it to be mean or to be bitter, to try to cause problems, but it's to show them that they're in a toxic relationship. They're in an unhealthy relationship that is a recipe for disaster. That's going to be leading them down a very dangerous, a real and dangerous path. You know, and we love them so much, or care about them so much, that we want them to be able to feel like, or to know that they have real support behind them, to know that they can it's okay to get out of it, and it's all right. You're gonna be okay. We just don't want to see nothing bad happening, or see you in this situation anymore. You know, so that's our duty, that's our responsibility. If we see it, if we hear it, we're just as responsible, because now we know what's going on and we have to be responsible about it. And for the victims out there, for anyone out there that's going through this, please listen to me. Please hear me and understand what I say. We're not the enemies, okay? If you have family or friends out there telling you what's going on, it's not to be mean or to hurt you. Please understand what I'm saying. That from somebody who's witnessed that, please understand, we're not here to hurt you or to break you guys up or anything in a malicious way. We're doing it because we truly care. So I really, really pray, if you're going through these type of situations or in a toxic, unhealthy, or even abusive relationship, please, 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 just listen, please. Even if you just listen and you want to find out for yourself, fine, but just please listen and understand it's not coming from a mean place. When you have family or friends on the outside looking, it just so happens they can see more. They can see it better and more clear than you. Okay? Please just understand that. And if you're going through it, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I apologize. You don't deserve that at all. And I want you to know that you are beautiful and that you guys deserve so much better. Everyone deserves better. Everybody deserves to be treated the right way and to be happy and to have a healthy relationship. You know, I'm sure it's going to be hard. It may be hard because you might have been with that person long, or you already convinced yourself that that person can never hurt you. But understand, it can happen to anyone and everyone. You know, people change, you know, but I feel like once an abuser, you're always going to be an abuser in some way or another. You know, so any signs, any red flags, even early on, just please just do yourself the favor and just walk away. Let it go. It's not worth it. Even though you may think so, it's not worth it. Okay. Oh boy. So, but yeah, I don't know, it's been a rough few days. Like I said, it sucks. It does. And I know it sucks even more for the people who aren't, for the person or the victim that's involved. Just know you did nothing wrong, you know, and just know you have a lot of real support behind you, a lot. And if you feel like you don't, go talk to somebody, please. Just talk to somebody. Just know that the person you're with that isn't treating you the way that they should and is taking advantage and being manipulative and feels like they control you, that's not love. It's not. Then they're not the only person out there for you. There's somebody out there that's way better, that will treat you the way you deserve. So just please understand that, okay? But like I said, you guys, just be careful, you know, and just watch out for signs, whether you are the victim or if you are just an outsider looking in and you see what's going on. Don't ignore it, please. Please don't ignore it. As hard as it is and how tricky it may be to try to convince that person to let go, don't ignore it. Speak up the moment you witness it or see it or hear it or experience it. Speak up about it. You know, we just don't want it to get to a point, like I said, where it's too late. You know, but that's pretty much all that I need to say about it. But just know, you guys out there, that you're loved and there's always help and there's always support, even if you feel like you're not getting it from the people you love or care about. There's always support. There's always somebody out there that wants to help you and make sure you're okay and care about you. So, like I said, it's unfortunate that for us looking in, there's not much we can do about it. I guess I only thing I can really look at it as is a waiting game. And I say that meaning because once we acknowledge and see that what's going on, those red signs can go either way. You know, just got to be prepared. And unfortunately, we have to wait and see what the outcome is going to be. Meaning, what are they going to do? Are they going to see for themselves? Are they going to decide that it's not a good place to be in, not a good relationship to be in? Are they going to leave? I mean, we just really never know. You know, as long as we did our part about it and let them know what we see, that's all we can do. You know, and if it gets worse, then that's when further action can be taken. But it's a crappy feeling. It's a sucky feeling. It is. But we just have to leave it in God's hands and just pray every day for them that they're going to be okay and that one day they'll realize the relationship they're in or the marriage they're in is not a good one. Honestly, I never thought or expected that I would witness something like that or anything like that. And I just didn't realize how much of an impact it has, not just on that person, but people around them, like, you know, the loved ones or friends. I really did not realize it. I didn't even see it coming, you know. And also, to the people out there that are going through it, just know it's okay to leave. I don't know if I said that before, but I just can't stress it enough. It's okay to leave. You know, don't ever feel ashamed or don't ever feel like you're the blame for it, because you're not. You're not at all to blame. And hopefully this video will help someone or somebody. I'm not sure, but I really hope it does. My heart goes out to anyone and everyone that's going through this, and to all the family out there and friends or anybody who, like I said, has somebody that's going through it. Just continue to do what you're doing. Continue to be there. Continue to be supportive, and continue to speak up about the situation. Don't let it get swept under the rug. Don't let it disappear. Okay. But I thank you guys for tuning in to this show. I know it's not something that's easy to talk about. It's never easy to talk about that. But I thank you guys, everyone out there, for tuning in. And you guys take care. You have a good day, and much love to everybody out there. Just know you're not alone. All right? Love you guys.